ever have control over in my eating disorder? My body. I thought so. But if I had control over my body while I was binging, purging, starving, over-exercising, then why was my body reacting to consequences? Why was I getting dizzy and faint and low blood pressure and heart palpitations and headaches and throwing up blood and anxiety and depression and suicidal thoughts and mania and loss of feeling in my hands and feet and feeling of cold all the time and stomach ulcers? That sound like control? No. But I still thought I had control while I was doing all those things. While those things were happening, I thought that those things were control. I was showing myself that I could punish myself. And that whenever those things were happening to me, I was in control. Because that meant that I was doing my part. That meant that I was binging enough, purging enough, starving enough. That meant I was getting somewhere. But looking back now, I was out of control. How is killing yourself in control? I mean, think about it. It's absurd, you know? How is not eating controlled? Eating is control. We're taking control of our lives, our health, and our well-being when we take care of ourselves, when we eat, when we nourish ourselves. That's control. Not binging, purging, starving, and over-exercising. That's out of control behavior. So just think about what you're really doing. Think about why you think you have control. Do you really, truly have control? When you get riled up about situations, do you feel like you have to control the situation? And then when you control the situation, doesn't it usually still go wrong? I mean, when you go by your plans and your schedules, doesn't it disappoint everybody else that it always has to be your way? Because that's how it is for me. It always feels like it has to be my way, in my control. But it still goes wrong. We as human beings don't have control over things that can't be controlled, such as those things. Life happens. The only thing that we can control is how we act and the choices we make in life, like the eating disorder. And recovery is a choice too. So choose recovery. That's something that you can do to control your future and your happiness. If you don't choose recovery, then you're not really in control. You're being dominated by the eating disorder. Shouldn't that want to make you shift? I know it did me. Finding out that I really wasn't in control, that God was ultimately in control. If I could just recognize a higher power than myself, then I could learn something, you know. Then I could be humble, and then I could want to change my life. If I realize that I'm not always going to be in control. I'm not superhuman. I'm not, the God of myself. I'm not any of those things. And I can't fend for myself all the time. That's what ultimately helped me choose my recovery. So just think about it. Are you really in control? Because behaviors that you're doing right now are out of control.